Equipment finance loans. What are the best loan options available today? Call 888-653-0124 today or click the link in the description to learn more. Are you looking for equipment finance loans? If yes, then you should read this article. Equipment finance loans are short-term loans that provide financing for buying or leasing equipment. Banks, credit unions and other online lenders offer these loans. They are designed to meet the specific needs of businesses. There are two types of equipment finance loans, purchase and lease. The difference between these two options lies in the way they are financed. In a purchase loan, the borrower pays cash up front and gets the equipment at the end of the term. In a lease agreement, the borrower makes payments over time and owns the equipment at the end. In today's economy, equipment finance loans are becoming more common. They offer several benefits, such as flexibility, lower interest rates, and no prepayment penalties. Read on to discover how to choose the best option for your business. Equipment finance loans. Where can I find good equipment finance lenders? There are many types of equipment finance lenders out there, including banks, credit unions, leasing companies, and private investors. Each type offers its own set of benefits and drawbacks. When searching for equipment finance lenders, consider these factors when selecting the right lender for you. Reputation. Does the lender have a solid reputation for providing quality services? Is it well known among industry professionals? Loan amounts. What loan amount does the lender offer? Are there minimums? Maximums? Interest rates. What interest rate does the lender charge? Is there a prepayment penalty? Terms. What are the repayment terms? Do they include any fees? Fees. What are the fees associated with the loan? Will they be charged monthly, annually, or at closing? Other options. What other financing options are available? Are there additional charges for those options? Once you've selected a lender, ask them for references. Ask for names and contact information of past clients who use their services. This way, you can verify the lender's reputation and track down any complaints filed against them. If you're looking for equipment finance lenders, give us a call today. Finance equipment. Benefits and drawbacks. There are many benefits to equipment finance loans. One benefit is that you can borrow money against your assets, including your home. Another benefit is that you can use the loan purchases equipment that you need right away. However, there are drawbacks too. The biggest drawback is that you must pay back the loan within a certain period. So if you're not careful, you may end up paying more than you borrowed. Another drawback is that you may be required to put down a security deposit when you apply for the loan. This means you lose the value of the deposit until you repay the loan. If you decide to take out an equipment finance loan, make sure you understand the risks involved. How to find discounted equipment financing. Discounted equipment financing is available through banks, credit unions, and online lenders. These companies offer loans at lower rates than traditional finance companies. Once you've found a lender, be sure to shop around for the lowest rate. Some lenders may offer better deals than others, so compare interest rates and fees carefully. When applying for equipment financing, be sure to include all required documents, including proof of income, employment verification, and bank statements. The lender will need this information to determine whether you qualify for a loan. If you're approved, the lender will send you a letter stating the amount of the loan, repayment terms, and any applicable fees. What types of equipment can be funded? There are many types of equipment finance loans available. The most common type is a revolving line of credit, also known as a line of credit. This type of loan allows you to borrow money over several months at a fixed interest rate. Another popular option is a term loan, which provides a lump sum of cash up front. These loans typically have a shorter repayment period than revolving lines of credit. Finally, there are installment loans, which allow you to pay off the loan in monthly installments. Installment loans are usually cheaper than revolving lines of credit because they offer lower rates. However, they're not as flexible as revolving lines of credit. They require you to repay the entire loan within a set time frame. If you need additional funds, consider refinancing your existing debt. Refinancing your debt may be a better option than taking out another loan. Refinancing your debt may save you money in the long run. Your current lender may offer a lower interest rate than the one you currently owe. And, when you refinance your debt, you may qualify for a lower interest rate on any new debt you take out. To find out whether refinancing makes sense for you, talk to your lender. When do you apply for equipment loan? If you're looking to finance equipment purchases, apply when you need the money. This means that you should apply when you've already bought the item, not when you plan to buy it. Applying too early may cause you having to pay interest on the loan. Applying too late may mean you won't be able to use the equipment until after the payment period ends. Also, applying too soon may put you at risk of defaulting on the loan. Defaulting means you fail to repay the loan within the agreed-upon time frame. Defaulting on a loan puts you at risk of losing the equipment. So, if you're considering financing equipment, wait until you actually need the money. Is buying equipment through credit possible? If you need financing, you may use a loan, lease, or rental agreement. Or, you may qualify for a grant or government program. Whatever method you choose, consider whether you can afford to pay back the loan or other form of financing over time. Also, keep in mind that some types of equipment loans require collateral. Collateral means you must put up something of value as security for the loan. This includes real estate, vehicles, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and other items. Some lenders may not accept certain types of collateral, such as jewelry, collectibles, or antiques. So, it's important to find out what types of assets are acceptable before applying for a loan. Finally, remember that most lenders require you to complete a credit application. The application asks questions about your income, employment history, debts, and other personal information. Once you've completed the application, you'll receive a decision within 24 hours. If approved, you'll sign a contract agreeing to repay the loan. Are there other options for buying equipment? If you're looking for equipment financing options, there are many types of loans available. The most common type is a purchase money loan. This type of loan allows you to borrow money to pay for the equipment you need. Other types include lease financing, where you pay rent over the life of the equipment, and revolving credit lines, where you repay the loan at regular intervals. Manufacturing equipment is often financed through leasing. Leasing is also used to finance construction projects. Medical equipment is typically leased because of its high initial cost. But, medical equipment is sometimes financed with a purchase money loan. Construction equipment is usually leased because of its long lifespan. However, companies occasionally finance construction equipment with a purchase money mortgage. There are also some special financing programs available through banks and credit unions. These may be helpful if you have bad credit or no credit history. How do I pay my debt back? If you're struggling to pay back your debt, there are several options available to help you out. One option is to merge your debts into one monthly payment. Another option is to use a credit card cash advance loan. Credit cards are convenient because they offer instant access to funds. However, they come with fees and interest rates that can be expensive. Credit card cash advances are another way to borrow money. They work similarly to payday loans, except that you can repay them over time. When you apply for a credit card cash advance, you typically receive a small amount of cash right away. This helps you cover any expenses until your next paycheck. The rest of the loan is repaid at a later date. Developing a cash flow budget will help you manage your finances better. It will show you how much money you spend each month and how much you earn. You should then set aside enough money to cover all your bills. This gives you more financial flexibility when unexpected expenses arise. By setting up automatic payments, you won't have to worry about missing a bill payment. Cash advances are not recommended for everyone. But if you need quick cash, they may be a viable alternative. Is it hard to get financed for equipment? Call 888-653-0124 today or click the link in the description to learn more.